Hello and welcome again to the Friday Wrap for October 6th. I'm Mayor Mickey. Well, an Elvis tribute performer was at the County Wine Merchant once again on Friday night, and he was sensational. He actually shows up sometimes with a Johnny Cash performer as well, and I really hope that they come back to Burr Ridge again soon, hopefully before next summer. Burr Ridge was very well represented on the Autobahn this past Sunday. I went to see Burr Ridge resident Bill Howard, who's also the Executive Vice President or Chief Administrative Officer for PersonalizationMall.com at the corner of Madison and County Line Road, Madison and 79th Street. It was wonderful to see him drive the car sponsored by the company, an open wheel race car. It was my first visit there, and I ended up on the track driving a brand new Camaro SS. Which they had available during the touring time. It wasn't at full speed, but it was still a lot of fun. Then right before I was about to leave, we ran into another Burr Ridge resident, Henry Malukas, and two international race car drivers, internationally known. One's his son, David Malukas. He is really a teenage sensation when it comes to driving, starting out with go-karts, as well as someone named Victor Franzoni. He was actually driving the brand new Pro Mazda vehicle around the track at probably 150 miles an hour at times. He actually won the Pro Mazda Championship in September. Their car and trailer was incredible. It was what a neat coincidence, though. Then we had this week on Monday we had the planning commissioners met on Monday, and the biggest topic was on the agenda. Was actually probably the largest development in Burr Ridge for probably in, 10, 15 years, something called Lakeside Pointe by the Marriott Hotel that is going to be cited for 44 single-family homes that will be primarily age-targeted for empty nesters. Was up for discussion that day, but after a couple years of starts and stops by a previous developer, our own local McNaughton development, owned by another Burr Ridge resident, Paul McNaughton. They had a contract on the property that's been going on for quite a long time now, and they were planning for months. They received unanimous approval by the Planning Commission after considerable discussion and suggestions by the Planning Commissioners, and that will go to the board on Monday. On Wednesday, the monthly meeting of the Willowbrook Burr Ridge Chamber of Commerce was conducted at the Holiday Inn of Countryside. The guest speaker was Joe Bogdan, a partner with Colhane Meadows, who gave all of us entrepreneurs some great suggestions on ways of raising money or investment money for our companies. And coincidentally, that hotel is actually owned by the same company that is building the Hampton Inn Suites near Harvester Park. Now, in case you missed it, this week I announced my candidacy for state representative in the 82nd District. This was always something I dreamed of, but it was not exactly part of my plans, at least not anytime in the near future, But it must be true, when we make plans, God laughs. But after recent events that occurred which you can read about in the press release, as well as some of my renewed connections with some local like-minded supporters, I felt guided to throw my hat in the ring. To become one of the candidates, and it's a long shot. I'm running up against Jim Durkin, who is also running for his 11th term, and it's a long shot. Whenever you take on the proverbial establishment, the ones who have been in charge for years, or in this case decades, I like to think though that I'm not running against a fellow Republican. I'm running against results, because unfortunately for the last 10 years. Illinois has become an evacuation state, and we're losing residents at the rate of one person every 8 minutes. So in the little longer this video actually takes, one more resident will move outside of Illinois. I think success leaves clues, but so does failure, and it really pains me to see all that development just north and south of our borders in our neighboring states. So among my goals is to help Illinois become a destination state, instead of the evacuation state that it has been for the last 10 years, and get it to be a destination state like it used to be. And I'm hoping to do that by promoting some, I don't really call them conservative, I call them traditional Republican values that were originally, promoted by the patriarchs of our state. Abraham Lincoln, of course, and then Ronald Reagan, the only president that was actually born in Illinois. And really, those are the principles upon which our state was built. So it is a long shot. It'll be the primaries in March, then general elections actually in November. So I'll be a mayor for almost 2 years. Should that come to fruition? But that primary is March 20th. Just thought I'd let you know. Hope you have had a great week and have a great one coming up.